Right about now, we'll be having our first keynote speaker for CareerEXPO 2025, Obinna Opara. Obinna is a certified management consultant with 13 years of experience in driving organizational growth through expertise in organizational development, HR consulting, talent development, and learning design. He has collaborated with top-tier institutions, both indigenous and multinational, including H. Pearson Associates and Grant Thornton International. His diverse experience spans multiple industries, including telecom, financial services, management consulting, and oil and gas, equipping him with a well-rounded perspective on business transformation and strategic workforce development. A fellow of the Chartered Institute of Management's Consultants, FMC, and a certified management specialist from the London Graduate School, Obinna blends technical acumen with strategic management expertise to drive impactful business solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, CareerEXPO 2025, can we make welcome with a standing ovation and reactions, Obinna Opara.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, thank you very, very much for the introduction and for all the support. So I'd like to thank all the conveners. I've had Boluwatife, the two Boluwatifes, and also our Moyolua. Forgive me if I didn't get the right words. Moyolua spoke with so much steez and panache. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot as well. Okay, so we are talking about how to stay ahead the curve. And when you talk about staying ahead the curve, what are we trying to say? One is how can you be agile? How can you continue even when others are struggling? How can you set yourself aside in the midst of this VUCA world? VUCA world is saying that the entire organization, the entire world is volatile, is uncertain, is complex, and is ambiguous. So that's a challenge, and that is why we are here. How can we harness your potential? How can we leverage technology to grow career-wise and otherwise? So that is what we are looking at today. And to start with, I'm going to start with a question. Okay? First, do you agree that the future is yours to shape? That's the question. Do you agree? You can use the chat box to respond like everybody have been saying, and I enjoy that part. Okay. I'm trying to off this my cam. Yeah, I've seen it. So yes, you can use the chat box to react. Do you agree that the future is yours to shape? Now, looking at what we are doing here, I can see that majority of our workforce are new, young people, fresh graduates, and young professionals. And I want to tell you today that indeed the future is yours to shape. It's not a comment, it's a statement of a fact that the future indeed is yours to take. Now, if you say it's true, you are right. If you say it's lies, you are also right. It's your choice. 5 years from now, the people that are in this meeting will not be at the same level. Take it from me. 5 years from now, the people that are in this meeting will not be in the same level. Today, it seems like we are all at the same level, young graduates, fresh graduates, entry level. But 5 years from now, we will not, it's either one of us is reporting to another and another is reporting to the other. Or tomorrow when we meet, you won't be able to see your friend because of the gap is too much. And what will cause that is simple. And what is that? The decision that we make today. Where we are today is a function of what we did yesterday, and what we do today will greatly impact what we'll do tomorrow. So I ask you, what will make you stand out in a corporate world where change is the only thing constant? That's the question, that's the food for thought. What is that thing? You need to answer it in your own way. You need to put it down and write the response for you, because your response and my response will not be the same. I ask you again, what is that thing that will make you stand out in this VUCA world where change is constant? Remember, a study told us that 70% of the outcome of our lives is not within our control. Only 30% is. 70% is not within our control. Only 30% is. We don't choose the family to belong to, where we are born into. We don't choose it. We don't choose our siblings. We don't choose our mother, parents. We don't choose our color. We don't choose our height. Many decisions have been taken before our existence, and many also will be taken that is not within our control. Your temperament is not your choice. You didn't choose to be choleric. You didn't choose to be an introvert or an extrovert. You didn't choose them. You are not going to choose your boss. The boss you are going to work with, you are not going to choose it. It's not within your control. The organization, to a large extent, is not within your control. What Tinubu is going to do tomorrow is not within your control. The policies that are going to put in place, they are not within your control. What is within your control? Only what? 30%. So that's why I'm asking you. The future is yours to shape. All right? So I'm going to go up because I try to survey the audience, and they're really young people, young professionals as well. I'm going to tell you this. This is just take it to the bank. Any organization you find yourself, even the one you're working in today, every organization on the planet trades on two currencies. Two currencies. One of them is performance. You can call it performance, you can call it expertise, you can call it technical skills. So when you have technical skills, you stand out in the workplace. That's a given. Because even if you have bad attitude, your skill set will speak for you. People will say, the guy doesn't behave well, the guy is this, the guy, you can be all these things. But when it comes to your work, he has the work ethics. Your performance, your work ethic will speak for you. That is one. And the other hand, you have skill sets, and the other hand is what? Relationship. Some people are very strategic in nurturing relationship. They are good with relationship, what's nurturing. They know how to invest in relationship. Now, I'm not talking about ass-licking. I'm not talking about sycophancy. I'm talking about strategic, intentional building of what? Relationship. Investing in people's life. Everybody knows, people know that this guy is like this, is like this, is like that. Even when your job ethics is not really high, but you know, you invested so much in them that you commit them. You know, that's what they call association. People are favored based on association. People get things that they don't merit based on association. I'm not supposed to do this to you, but because of who this and this, because of the relationship we've nurtured. So these are the two things that they trade on: relationship and what? Technical expertise. But what I'm telling you today, for you to actually stand out in this VUCA world, you must have the two. You must hold relationship on your right hand, and you must hold technical, or rather competence, on your left hand. You must hold the two. That is how you stand out. In your organization you work in today, tomorrow, just have that at the back of your hand: relationship and performance. You must show up and you must deliver on your job. On the other hand, you must what? Know how to handle people better. Handle yourself and people better. That's what they call emotional intelligence. Okay? So, Bolu Atifemi, I've been saying things about time, so I'm going to be a bit fast. Follow me. So one, I want to talk about the power of a growth mindset. There are two types of mindsets. One is what? Closed mindset and open mindset. The closed mindset don't want to grow. He's stuck with his beliefs. The growth mindset wants to grow. Is open for anything. If you read the book they call Who Moved My Cheese, you will understand what it means to have an open mindset. When things happen, how do you respond to it? An open mindset or a growth mindset is the mindset that wins. Now, success isn't about luck or chance. It's about your mindset. For the Christians, the Holy Book says something that as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. So if you think failure, there's no economy is going to help you. That is why some people that win lottery that have not developed their mind, they win $1 million, but give them 1 year or less, they go back to where they are before, where they were before. Because of what? The mind has not been developed to handle what is there. You need to have the mindset what? To be what? Unique. You need to have the mindset to stand out, to be different. If I ask you today the strength of a lion, what will you say? If I ask you today the strength of a cheetah, what will you say? You say pace, speed. The strength of an eagle is what? You say vision. Crocodile has the strongest bite force. All these animals have their own strengths, unique strengths. What about the human? What is our strength? What is our strength? Because why am I saying this? The human being have, with all the strength of these animals, we can't compete with the lion, strength-wise. We can't compete with the dog when it comes to pace or speed. Talk less of the cheetah. We can't compete with all these animals. Even the eagle that is flying, we can't compete with them. But human beings have found a way to tame all these animals, to control them, put them in a cage, and use them. How is that possible, if not the mind? And that helps me to ask you again, how are we using our mind? Are you using your mind in a negative way or in a positive way? That is the question. I tell you today, have a mindset that you are what? Different. You are unique. You stand out. And how do you do this? You tell yourself the same thing and you live it. You don't just say it. You say it and you live it. Okay? Our dear lady have talked so much about how you package your CV, how you present yourself. Brilliant. The reason now I saw some, the reason why some CVs don't even get to the HR officer. AI have already filtered it. You have to stand out. I saw a clip about a young man that talked about how people write the cover letter, all the generic things that they write. I'm results oriented. I see jobs through. I do this. I do that. If when these guys are reviewing your profile or your cover letter, they are looking for something that will make their job different. Don't just sound like every other person. Stand out. Stand out. That young man, what he did, while we're talking about the same thing, he wrote on the body of the mail, say, are you looking for somebody that will do this? Are you looking for, now he synced the job role with the question he was asking. So it's a project management job role and he's asking, are you looking for somebody that will see work through, that is proactive enough to initiate things? Are you looking for somebody that knows how to communicate, that has confidence to, he listed all these things. And he said, if this is the person you're looking for, give me a call. And he dropped his number and they called him. Even long time ago, when I was shortlisted for a role by, I think Sanef is a subsidiary of CBN. They asked us a question about this, what do they call them now? It's not POS, super agents. It's fintech, super agents. And when they asked the question over the phone, we answered, we tried to talk. Also, okay, you did well, yeah, come for an interview. Before the interview, what did I do? And I don't know. That's the thing just came to me. I said, okay, let me go and survey this market. I started asking these POS, asking super agents, that's on mobile, pay a lot of them. I was just asking. I surveyed about 30 persons. I used that to do a presentation like this, and I went for my interview. Walking into the interview, my laptop was open. The presentation was on. They sat me down. Before they can even start asking me any question, I told them that I want to share something with them. Employers are looking for data. This is the age of data. This is not the age of theory, the age of what? Data, numbers. Employers, MDs are looking for numbers. And when I started the presentation, I see there were charts left, right, and center. I was just telling them my findings. The interview turned to question and answering. They started asking me questions. How can we do this? Why didn't this? And we are there brainstorming. At a point, it dawned on me that I'm no longer doing interview. The next day, they called me to go for medical check. Comprehensive admicure. Comprehensive medical check. So what am I saying? You need to find, people have found the way of being what? Different. Apple, say something, think different. I think it's Apple. Think different. This is Apple. So that's the only way we will stand out. And that is my point here. So I'm going to move. So again, we are talking about harnessing technology. Technology is your what? Your superpower for career growth. So while I was in the room waiting, I saw a lot of chats when Esther was asking questions about how what kind of career you want to do. You see, gentlemen and ladies, all the courses that you listed there, all the courses, all the courses. I didn't see much of IT related courses. It's all soft skills, soft skills, soft skills. But I'm telling you today, you are not going to run from IT. You can't run away from IT. The essence of this meeting is to link whatever you're doing to IT. Link what every job, 2005, 2005 or thereabouts. Bill Gates said something that in 10 years time or 15 years time, any job that is not online will be extinct. Today, that is happening. So while you're looking for your soft skill jobs that will help you, also try and find a way, according to Moyi, find a way to leverage what? Technology. Whatever job you're doing, you must leverage technology. Because I tell you, AI is coming for all the jobs that you can think of. AI is coming for all the jobs that you can think of. And people are afraid, and I don't know why. People are afraid. And I ask, should we fear AI? Should we? You should, if you have no plan of what? Migrating. You should fear AI because AI will come for the job. I must say something that AI is a black hacker. You know, in cybersecurity, they have white hat hacker, then black hats. The white guys are the good ethical hackers, while the black are the normal, wicked, dangerous hackers. So what are we saying? You must find a way to leverage AI. A man said something, because I started, presently I'm doing something on cybersecurity. And I noticed the IBM, one of the directors, he was making a speech, and he started by saying that AI, no, not AI, he said there are two types of companies. He said one is the companies that have been hacked already, those that have been hacked, and those that will be hacked. It's certain, it's either you've been hacked or in the future they will hack you. So that means cybersecurity is non-negotiable. It has come to stay. Then in another clip, I also saw him saying the same thing again. Those two types of companies, those that have been hacked, and I'm now like, is that the only thing you have to say? So you don't have another line? But he made something very profound and unique. He said there's a third one. And who is this third one? This third one, he said that those that have been hacked, one, those that will be hacked, two, and those that have been hacked, but they are not aware. Are you with me, guys? Those that have been hacked, but they are not what? Aware. In the same way, I can tell you that in the industry, roles, AI is that hacker that is hacking the jobs of individuals. So the more you are trying to avoid IT or avoid technology, the more AI is coming. So what are we saying? AI have hacked already some jobs, and some jobs also will be hacked by AI. And there are some jobs that AI has taken over, but the role owners are not aware. So once any man or any company have designed a technology or an AI algorithm that can do whatever you plan to do, or that can do anything that you're doing already, then you have been hacked, your role have been hacked, but you're not aware. That is a very dangerous place to be. And I'm saying today, embrace what's AI. Embrace AI. What must we do? That's the question. What must we do? What we are supposed to do, again, is to leverage. The word leverage can also be called what's a hybrid intelligence. In this age and time, hybrid intelligence is the order of the day. We must, irrespective of your role, irrespective of the course you studied, even if it's animal farm or communication, no matter the course, no matter the industry you're working on, you must leverage AI. And that is what we call what? Hybrid intelligence. Hybrid intelligence is combination of human intelligence and what? Machine intelligence or artificial intelligence. So what are we saying? You must learn what? Data analytics. These are the courses that you can stand on your own. You can, even if you're not employed like by an organization, on your own, you will be doing something. The last speaker talked about using the social media. If you have things like that is where you, whatever you build, you post it out there, LinkedIn, I've done this. People are seeing you and you're attracting traffic to yourself. Okay? You can't be doing things the way you're doing it before. You can't. In my organization, one man, you know, the way they do payroll, your payroll, you gather all the information, all the employees want, you gather the next sets, those that have done, that did full-time, those that did part-time, those that didn't do, that have, what do you call it now, overtime, those, you know, that were on leave, they will calculate it. First person will compile, another person will compile overtime and all this other stuff. Another person will now validate before they will now upload. A young man from Total joined the organization and used Excel, Microsoft Excel, to write if statement below all these rows, if statement. If this person will work for how many days, then if this person is equal to this, then do this. And that's what he do to execute this function. And all these things that three persons were doing, we are done by Excel with if statement. I tell you that those people lost their job. They tried to move them to, some of them were moved to another department, so because of what? If statements. So Excel is powerful that much. Learn other things. That's for Excel, you talk, for data analysis, you talk about Excel, you talk about Tableau, you talk about Power BI and the likes. Learn coding, even social media optimization and management. Learn all those skills, graphic designing. These are the things you can learn and function independently as a freelancer. Now, I will list some of the roles that we can also leverage as an individual before even joining the organization or even when you have joined the organization. These are some of the roles that we can look at. I've talked about cybersecurity a lot. As long as there are hackers that are hacking financial institutions and non-financial institutions, because what they're hacking is not just financial, it's not just money. They're also looking for data. They're also looking for ways to get you hostage and also demand money. That's what they do. So these are the courses that you can look at. All of them are listed. I'm hoping that somehow this thing will be shared to you guys. Artificial intelligence courses, machine learning, cloud computing, because everything is going cloud. People like Azure, Google Cloud, and AWS, they will always win. They will always be in the market. It's things that are simple as UI, UX design. All these things are very key, and software development. I've talked about digital marketing, data analytics, okay? So we've talked about them, and logistics. So these are the things that you can, these are skill set that you can learn on your own, Talking about myself, I'm into HR today, especially with strong bias in learning and development. I studied computer science. Over the years, I've not been doing anything computer science. I see myself every now and then trying to develop my skill sets with regards to what IT, because that is the future. You can't run away from it. And today, some of the coding that we are doing is no longer normal straight coding, it's object-oriented. So you don't need to really write equals, all this thing, you just pick and drop. So it makes job easy for you. I've tried to learn data analytics, both PowerPoint, both Excel, both Power BI, both SQL. I'm not really using them, but you need to know them. When push comes to shove, those your knowledge will bring to bear. I'm trying to learn what's it called now, cybersecurity. So you just have to keep developing, keep learning. Anything you see, keep learning it. All right. So let's move. All right. How can we future-proof our career? This is very, very important. Very, very important. How can we future-proof our career? This is strategies for us to stay ahead. I have said it before, slide, saying what? Commit to continuous what? Learning and development. You have to. There's no way you will say that you have gotten to the zenith. No, you can't. You are not there, because even those that say that are leading innovation, they are not at the zenith as well. Even Zenith at Zenith Bank, they are not there. You have to keep what? Developing, and getting what? Better and better. That's what they call precise knowledge. Precise knowledge is whatever you know. Keep deepening your knowledge in it. Keep digging deep. Whatever you know, keep digging until you are the reference point for that particular knowledge. So don't be an average person, don't be a mediocre. No matter the cost, no matter what you're trying to do, don't be a 5. Don't be a 5. 1 to 10, don't be a 5. Just keep going up. 8, 9, keep developing. 10, stay there. Because getting to the zenith is not an issue. It's staying there. That's where the problem is. Now, why are we saying keep developing yourself? Have precise knowledge, deepen yourself. Because, you know, in your organization, in fact, your success, in fact, let me put this like this. Success is not something that you chase. Success is not something that you chase or you choose. No. Success is not what you choose, it's not what you chase, but it is something you attract by the person that you're becoming. Success is you attract success by the virtue of the being you're becoming. And what you're becoming is a function of your commitment to constant development and learning. Your work rate will be rewarded in 3 ways. Let me put this quickly. Your work rate, your reward, your function will be rewarded in 3 ways. One is what? What skill set do you have? Number 2 is what? How good are you on that skill? And the third one is what? How easy it is to you for you to be replaced. How is it easy to replace you on that role or on that skill? Did you get what I said? One is what? So my point is this. There are what they call rare skills, and they are what they call common skills. In our terrain today, in our industry today, with due respect to all the roles, when you have something like customer service, you will not call customer service with due respect, you will not call it a rare skill, because people believe that anybody can actually do these things. Anybody can actually welcome customers. When it comes to something like admin, you know, facility management, you won't call it rare skills. Okay, front desk, you won't call those things rare skills. But even at that, some people are still better than others on that skill. 1 to 10, a customer service, somebody will be a 2. You won't pay that person the same you're paying a 10 or a 9. They are common skills, but what you are being paid is based on how well you know that thing. And also the skill set itself. Is it common or rare? You can't compare these courses that I mentioned or this role that I mentioned now with something like a mod engineer in Nigeria. Mod engineering is something that is very rare and scarce. These guys are very scarce. And even at that, what they pay them varies depending on how, even when we talk about mod engineer, there are some technical issues that are required on oil and gas industry that they will not find the solution in Nigeria. They have to fly somebody from Russia to handle it. These are what they call rare skills. Rare skills. Web3 developer is a rare skill. Okay, blockchain developer or blockchain engineer, these are rare skills. But even at how well are you skilled on it will determine how much reward you get and how easy is it to replace you. Is that role, is this something that people can replicate and call on anybody to come and do? So these are the things you need to consider while choosing your role. These are the things you need to consider while also choosing how much you need to invest in a particular set of skills. Okay? Then I didn't mention the last one. Be adaptable. Be what? Agile. Somebody should write agile in the comment section. Agile. Agility is the bedrock of what? Continuous growth. Continuous what? Success. Agility is something that happened to many organizations today that they went under. Agility is the reason why BlackBerry is not in the market today. Agility is the reason why, for the older people, you know what they call Kodak. Kodak is a company that's into film. You know the film, the one they produce, you go to the black room to print it. They are not agile because technology came on board just with a smartphone. Smartphone remove radios, all the small radios. Smartphone remove this camera. A time in our generation, camera is a gadget. People hang camera on their neck. I have a camera. The way you carry your phone, that's how people carry camera. But these organizations, some of them are Canon. They are not agile. BlackBerry is off the market. Agility is responding to events as they progress. That's agility. So you have to be adaptable, you have to be malleable, you have to be bendable, you have to be flexible. Whatever market is happening, and that is the key thing now is AI is the present and is the future. So if you want to really position yourself strategically, you must leverage this AI. That was our point. The DSTV used to be, they are still the bomb today. But when StarTime came out, StarTime gave them a run for their money. They have to open what? GoTV. That is agility. If they have remained as DSTV, they will lose their market. Peak milk in my generation used to be the number one. It's thin milk. People that take peak milk are people that cream and like cream. But at time it was just Carnation and Nation, that National. These are the milk that we had then. But when this guy came out, what's their name? Like Cowbell. Cowbell came out with our milk and took over the entire market. If had it been peak milk still retained that their brand, I'm saying we are thin, they won't be in the market today. But what did they do? They dropped down. They started doing sachets, even Lupi sachet. They did all these things just to stay competitive. The same thing has to apply with individuals. Are we together? Coca-Cola is the same thing. So I'm using this example to understand the essence of agility. When your role, we talked about how AI hacks role. When you see your role is becoming very, very digitalized, that's the time to move. That's the time to upgrade. That's the time to upskill. And the good thing that you guys are starting your career. So you have you have time, you have the time to leverage, and they call the young ones digital natives. So you have all the tools. There's nothing you cannot learn online today. I need to move. All right. So strategies to stay ahead. Okay, in this VUCA industry, strategies to stay ahead. All right. So all these words that you have here, these things are actually courses on their own. These things are courses, an entire course on their own. When we talk about ownership, majority of the time is a common word, take ownership. No, it's big. It's big. Ownership is when you have an entrepreneurship mindset, when you think like the owner of the business. That's when you take ownership. That's when you take ownership. I hear a lot of some people say things like, I don't take this, you don't know me, I don't take shit. Try to run a business on your own. You will not just take shit, you will eat shit. You will not just you will understand the position of the MD. If you don't think like that, you can't take ownership. I saw a clip where they were asking Obama a question, and they asked Obama, that's Barack Obama, they were asking him, what is the one skill that you think an employer is looking for from employees? And he said something very simple and profound. He said, show up well. And he said, no, it's not just that, get things done. You can't get things done when you don't have an ownership mindset. There's a Yoruba proverb. I'm going to murder it, but if you're Yoruba, you help me. They say something like Ogota, Alabaro did something. But what that means is, whether you sell or you don't sell, me where they carry sparkle for head, you pay me. That is not the ownership mindset. That is not the ownership mindset. Ownership mindset is what's doing it. You know what they say about whatever your hand finds doing, do it well. Don't come late to work. If they say you should, don't come, show up well, dress well, look your best, and get things done. That is ownership, taking ownership. Even when the people are looking, you know what I talk about integrity? Integrity is what doing the right thing, even when nobody's looking at you. Do you hear what I said? That's ownership. Integrity is what doing the right thing, even when nobody is supervising you, when nobody's seeing you. What will you do? That's ownership. Not when you see your boss or supervisor or the MD, you will now be run up. No. That's not what we're talking about. Then we talk about problem solving. Problem solving is what? Having, there are two types of employees. One is the person that sees problem, and the other is the person that sees solution. Yes, that's what we have in the market today. The one that sees problem and the one that sees solution. We need to work like the millipede. Millipede, the millipede work almost like blindly. You keep going. When he reaches a roadblock, he turns left. When he hits a roadblock, he turns right. He will keep turning until he finds a road. But finding a way, you'll find. But turning back, never. The millipede will keep going, whether left, right, but he'll find a way. That's the point we're making. Find a way towards solve problem and change your viewpoint. Change your viewpoint. Don't see obstacle. Change your viewpoint. There's something they say that that quote is from Franklin. What's this name? Stephen Covey. He said everybody thinks they see the world the way it is. Everybody thinks they see the world the way it is when they actually see the world the way they are. So I'll put it in the generic form. We all think we see the world the way it is, but we actually see the world the way we are. So if you don't change your viewpoint, you won't be able to see things. I was standing years back, at, it's not Sanford, what's the name of this place now? CMS, and I was going to Ajah. There was heavy traffic of individual, no bus. Everywhere was flooded with people. We are looking for bus. One lady was lamenting by my side, saying, what kind of country is this? You have money, no bus. You have money, no bus. You can't even get a bus to go. The lady was complaining, lamenting. A young man on my right hand just tilted forward and looked at her and smiled. I looked at him too. And he looked at her and he said, that's the problem. Solve it and you create and you make money. I looked at him and he said, what? Get a bus. There's no bus, Abi. Get a bus. You solve the problem and you make money solving problem. You see the different type of individual. One person is seeing a problem. The other is seeing what? A solution. That is the way we should behave. And the third one is what? Communication. Communication is just talking. Listening is communication. Somebody used the word empathic in the chat session, and I loved it. Empathic listening is part of communication. Communication, when we think about communication, we always think it's about talking. It's also about listening. It's also even more so about not even talking at all. Body language, non-spoken. You know what they say, that the major thing is to uncover that which is not spoken. So it's not about what you are saying, it's about what you're not saying. That's the main thing. Because with what you're saying, you can deceive people. But the ones you are not saying, body language doesn't lie. Body language doesn't lie. Communication, verbal and non-verbal. The way you stand, you are communicating. The way you look, you are communicating. The way you dress, you are communicating. People even judge you based on your look and your appearance before you even open your mouth, which we call communication. So communication is powerful. Communicate with what? Confidence. Know when to be assertive and know when to not be assertive. And finally, there is what? Be a team player. I want to challenge you, because this communication is big. I want to challenge you. When you have time after today, go and research what they call 4 levels of value. When you have time, search on your phone 4 levels of value. You understand, you will see something like at the base level is what? The base level is implementation. Implementation, you have implementation, you have unification, you have communication, then you have imagination. At the base level is implementation. So what we are saying there, or what that study is saying, is that life will pay you in this level of what? These levels, in these 4 cadres: implementation, unification, communication. So which level are you operating from? Now, let me digress a bit. These 4 levels of value will change your life, will change your paradigm, will change your mindset. Research it. Because implementation is when you are doing, the carpenter, the engineers, the people that climb these mats and do all these things. Let me put it this way. The people that use their physical energy to get job done, no matter the level, is at the implementation level. When you use your physical energy to get your job done, you are at where? The implementation level, and you will pay the least. You'll be paid the least. So at the second level is what they call unification. Unification is when you are using your mental resources to get those that are using their physical resources to get things done. So you are operating at a slightly higher spiritual level. You are using your mind. You are engaging your mind to get things done. That's where you have supervision, managers. That's the level because they're managing people. Now, this is the reason why people say things like, my Oga, he doesn't know the job. I'm the one that is doing all the work. He doesn't, he can't even do, I'm the one doing the job and he's the one taking the money. No, you are operating at a lower level. You need to find a way to climb up. And that is why you have to keep what? Developing yourself. Else you will complain. You will complain. You know the way they say monkey they walk, babu they chop. Yes, at that implementation level, that's the lowest level. Unification is where you should target. And the third level is what? Communication. Third level is higher than implementation and higher than what? Unification. And what are they doing there? Is talking. So now the reason I digressed a bit is because of we have communication here. That's the power of communication. Let's move on. But make sure you research that stuff. Research it. All right. So the next one is emotional intelligence. We've talked about a lot about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is how you do not allow what you are feeling to affect the other person. Emotional intelligence is making sure that the state of mind of the other person is not affecting your own state. Making sure that you yourself, you are in charge of your emotion. That's emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is huge. So because of time, we might not deal deep. But let me tell you this. Emotional intelligence is not IQ. IQ, listen to me. IQ will pass you your exam. IQ will graduate you from your school. IQ will give you the job. But emotional intelligence will keep you on the job. IQ will open the door. This CV that we're talking about will get you the job. You enter the organization. But emotional intelligence is what will keep you on the job. So you need to master it. Master when you need to be firm and when you need to what? Reduce your assertiveness. Assertiveness, you need to know how to balance it. The two key words are assertiveness and consideration. You need to know when to show consideration and you need to know when to show what? Courage. We don't really have much time to drill it, but that is very, very important. You need to find a way to balance your level of assertiveness, the level of your courage and consideration. Then we've talked about learn technical skill. We talked about continuous learning and development. Then you need to become an opportunity magnet. Become what? An opportunity magnet. In your role, when I talked about before, get things done. In your role, don't sit on anything. Don't sit on anything. When they give you to finish, get it done. Especially at the lower level, this level that you're starting your career. At this level, you must learn how to get things done. Any job at all, I'll help. Always pitch in to help. What you're doing, you're stretching yourself. You're stretching yourself. I work in an organization, it's a consulting firm for 5 years. I stretched myself in the organization. At a point, my family members were saying, this company are using you. But my coach then, I talk about coach, you must get a coach. Coaching is very, very important. You must get a coach. My coach told me, Obinna, you don't know what is happening to you until you leave this place. And that was exactly what happened. You don't know what's happening. So when people think the company is using you, they are stretching, you are using, you are doing a lot. You are building capacity. You're stretching yourself. You're stretching yourself. When push comes to shove, you will see those things you've learned will manifest naturally. You get things done without even thinking about it. People will just be wondering, how is he doing it? How is she doing it? Is what knowledge and capacity that you develop over time. All right. So let's move on. As we conclude, we are saying what? Look at this. I started by saying that 5 years from now, let me go back. The children that play together in primary school, they will not play together in secondary school. And the children that play together in secondary school will not play together in university. The ones that move together in university will definitely, majority of them might not move together in the workforce or in the labor market. Even the people you meet at the first stage of your career, the people that I started my career with, is not all of them that I'm in touch with today. It's only the few ones for relationship's sake because of the bond you guys have built. But you meet a lot of people, but some move on, and in some case, you will move on. So I say this, you are looking at it already. You are the same today as you will be in 5 years, except for two things. And what are these two things? The people you meet and the books you read. The people you meet and the books you read. Who are the set of people you are meeting? What are the caliber of the people you are meeting? Are you meeting the people? Are you hanging out with people that you're better than? Are you hanging out with people that when you come in, they hail you, hey, this guy, mama? Is that the case? If that's the case, you are not improving, you're not learning. You must find a way to mingle, to be in the midst of those that you feel uncomfortable with, those that intimidate you intellectually, not physical intimidation. Those that when you see them, you just feel like, my goodness, I don't know anything. I need to. That's the people. That is where you need to be. The more you are there, the more you are what? Stretching. Confidence doesn't come by impartition. Confidence comes by what? Learning. Because what you know is what gives you what? Confidence. If I ask you, gentlemen and ladies, if they remove, what are the things that are giving you confidence today? Some of them is your background, your family. Some of them is your certificates, your experience, the things you have acquired. It could be your uncle, your mother. It could be the car that you have. It could be, these are the things. When your confidence is tied to things, you need to learn more. You are who you are when they strip you of those things that make you confident. If you are still confident, then you are a confident person. And what will make you confident at that level now is what you know, what is in your head. So that is why we keep saying what? You must invest in yourself. Let me tell you this again. Take home. You can take it to the bank. Many people will invest in bond, in crypto, in shares, in land, in real estate. You invest, all this investment is a function. What we are trying to do is to find the one that will give us the best return on our investment. But today I'm telling you that for the best return on your investment, empty your pocket and pour it into your head. For the best return on your investment, do what? Empty your pocket and pour it into your head. That's the one nobody, no government can take away from you. That's the one anywhere you appear, what you have in your head will speak for you. That is where your confidence will stem from, not in what you have. So, the books you read and the people you meet. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. My MD, when I was doing marketing, told me, when you go for these conferences, don't sit at the center. Don't sit at the back. Go to the front. Go to the front. When you get to the front, sit down confidently, cross your leg, and learn. And when they finish, stand up, meet the person that spoke, and shake his hand or her hand. Thank you very much, sir. That was a brilliant performance. Thank you very much, sir. That was very, very impactful. Can I get your card? You are stretching yourself. You're building capacity. And tomorrow, when you meet people that are not at that level, you speak with them like you guys are peers. But when you don't do that, and you're meeting people that you're better than, when somebody speak one grammar, when somebody say, yesterday, I just left Bahamas, you just feel inferior immediately. So the books you read are the people you meet. And I'll recommend these two books. One of them is what? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's by Stephen Covey. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Look for the book and read a book at least every quarter. Read one book every quarter. I'm not going to tell you a month. Read one book at least every quarter. Try. And the second one is what? Atomic Habits. It will tell you how to build your habits. Good what? Habits. We started by saying that the future is what? Yours to what? Shape. It's your choice to shape your future the way you want. The future is yours to what? Shape. And today, I'm ending by telling you what? The future belongs to you. The future belongs to what? You. Start small, keep learning, stay consistent, and you will indeed dominate. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It has been an honor. All right,
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Obinna. Thank you very much. I would want us to give some applause. I mean, there's a lot I've noted here. It's mind blowing, but please let's remember the future is ours to shape. Whatever you're becoming matters much now, and there are so many things packed all together. Thank you so much, sir.